Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play a Metaphor ReFantazio for the PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and get treated by Patreon, links in the description at the bottom. Alright, so last time we managed to make it to Brylehaven, and yeah, surprise, surprise, it may look a lot nicer than Grand Trap, but trust me, it's just a shitty. And yeah, a shitty city. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, not as bad as the capital, but it's got its own stink. Anyways, yeah, most of the other candidates, the surviving candidates showed up here. And yeah, most of them got their places booked for the night. And, well, which leaves us with this little burg here, the Spider's Den Inn. Well, I mean, hey, look, as long as it's got four walls, a locked door, and a place to take a shit, I think I'll be fine. Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals, persecuted tribes? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away. Oh, hey, any business is good business.
Enjoy your stay.
Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards.
Kind of freaky.
This place really seems shady, but we might as well look at the room. Oh, not like we have much of a choice.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
What?
The hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
What?
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right.
We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louis.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
Well, we kind of have no choice but to trust her. I mean, it's not exactly like we could just go back and lug that human corpse with us.
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the days. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
All we really can do.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
Hey, loose lips sink ships after all.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
Oh, this ought to be good.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
I love you, Milo! I love you forever!
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing! When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head! Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command! Hear, hear! For Rousant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men! We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open! Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter! We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health!
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Louis.
Louis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Forden.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel.
Hmm?
'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Really?
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Amen. See, this is why I generally avoid politics. Oh, great. It's speaking of more idiots yammering.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless!
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Louis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Louis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, ain't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ooh.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Make sure it's loud enough for everyone to hear. Ooh! I caught some weird, creepy creature.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
By all means, let us try it.
Yeah.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious! The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
Hey, don't be picky. Hey, it's a delicacy here, man.
It's a delicacy.
You just made that up, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
And you need to be more open-minded.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me.
Oh yeah, I did. What's
Sounds
up?
like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
Well, I had to do something.
With a problem like that, I had to do something.
Well, the rest of the candidates had to find themselves ahead for the lineup. Rather struck me when you all broke away from the pack so soon. So, do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you. All right?
Oh, keep your eyes open.
That Cryer's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Louis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, Batlin is a bit of an odd duck. Joanna and Barton should reach the city by morning. And I imagine they will aim to find us in our gauntlet runner. Nearest ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head for the gauntlet runner. Alright. Katharina Gran, a candidate in the tournament for the throne, a perilous bounty hunter of unrivaled skill. Though some scoff would consider her promise to place bounties on the rich absurd, she's garnered modest support. Most of that support comes from the poor people of her tribe, and there is also the contingency you've come to support. But there's also a contingency who have come to support her after saying she was a youthful beauty. Well, The other candidate's speeches seemed practically identical. I don't trust those types with the country myself. Is there no one who could truly rival Louis or Forden? Well, other than us, I guess. Brylehaven is positively rife with tourists. I myself have long awaited the delicacies here, and indeed, 'twas so delicious I wished to eat every fish in the restaurant's tank. Fish so fresh it so wriggles in the mouth. Now that's a Port City specialty. What's that look about? You don't find it appetizing? Again, guys, a little open-mindedness.
My apologies.
I have a favor to ask of you, but would you mind lending me any unused blankets? Sure. For defense, you understand. Just in case, otherwise, while I'm sleeping, I'd be unprotected against... Apologies. Against bugs. I'm under no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep, so I thought I might bundle myself in blankets at night. Yes, I know this place is as warm as it is. Yes, I prepare for the inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, I'd be grateful to have any spare blankets. Okay, was not expecting that from height, but yeah, what do you think the tent was for? Okay, fair enough, but oh my, I mean, you G for bats, right? They eat bugs. I don't know. That's, whatever, sure. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah, the Faker is an expensive little guy. Well, that's only just him at rank 4. I hate to see what he's like at higher ranks. Jeez.
The battlefield is mine to conduct. Look at that.
All right, well, let's get some shut eye. It's gonna be a big old day tomorrow.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, not again!
The man's sloshed. Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Hey, get some coffee on him!
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
Look, let's just stay calm here, alright?
Let's all stay calm, alright?
Bah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
Oh, there you are!
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctoress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
The fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Well, that's what I'm here to do.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
And yet, Nearest, do we need to have an intervention? Although I'm pretty sure most of the crowd's going to need that booze after this.
All for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor and that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Apparently.
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
That's a lot of fish.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength and compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start.
All right, good PR move.
Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Louis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next!
Oh, great, more dinner.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Forden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Forden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
Look, we got this.
He'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Ooh. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
Here she is.
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The huge chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martyra. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Forden, captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events! We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet!
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Forden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
That's the least I could do.
I will. I promise.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I was eventually released and saving the prince. Yeah, I only just jumped up to rank 49. Ugh.
Forden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. It's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
Oh, and speaking of...
Passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
We only righted a wrong.
No. We only
finally righted a wrong. And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Louis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Louis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Louis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you?
A messenger?
And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Master Louis? Master Louis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Adios.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Aw, someone's jelly.
Louis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
Might be a trap.
It might be a trap. Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Well, he's yeah, definitely the most secure place would probably be on him. Yeah, he's gotta have the formula in his pocket, or at least on his body.
Would he keep it in his pocket?
I doubt it. I mean, what if it slipped out? Maybe somewhere less precarious. Like in his gauntlet runner?
Do you really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, that definitely riled Forden's feathers. Good.
Hello, a word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this night prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this night prowler.
Well, hopefully they got some good drinks on tab. The night prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get us there. Alright. The Night Prowler. A renowned tavern in the entertainment district of Brilehaven. One generally needs a referral from a current regular just to get in. Expensive, ornate, and lavishly decorated, its typically shady clientele provides a sharp contrast against the glitz. So basically a shady-ass nightclub. Goody. The Prince of Montario. An elderly rogue man who is Prince of the Principality of Montario, the eastern country that's part of the 3 United Kingdoms. One of the 5 members of the Senate, he rushed to Grand Trad following the sudden death of the king. Montario has been the center of sanctism since annexation, and the ruling family, that is, the once royal family of Montario, has been devout sanctists for generations. Interestingly, it's perhaps due to the royal family of Montario's close ties with Forden's family that Forden was able to ascend the highest position in sanctism despite being rogue. So that's how Forden got to be how he got to his position. The Prince of Oceania, one of 5 members of the Senate, a Rosante man serving as Lord of the Principality of Oceania, the western country of the 3 United Kingdoms. He rushed to Grand Trad following the sudden death of the king. The State Army General, one of 5 members of the Senate, representing the army. Before the king's death, the highest rank one could attain in the royal army was general. The king then served as the military leader, uniting all the generals. With the king's seat vacant, the Senate needed an interim representative for the army's interests. Thus, the provisional rank of High General was created so these responsibilities could be temporarily assumed by someone other than the king. Forden appointed this man to the position, and so for the present time he represents the entire army. So yeah, Forden put in a puppet there to get the army under his control. The Igniter Consortium Head, one of the 5 members of the Senate. They represent the Igniter Consortium, an organization which oversees all things igniters in the kingdom. Though said to be an Ishka, their strikingly unusual appearance, including a magic igniter as an artificial right eye, makes it difficult to confirm by sight alone. Despite its name, the Igniter Consortium isn't exactly an independent entity, but more like a shell company through which the Crown Theocracy extends its reach. It was they who arranged the Consortium's monopoly in the first place. The Igniter Consortium single-handedly manages Igniter production, regulation, and military outfitting, as well as magula collection via accumulators, all while maintaining tight control over the spread of information regarding Igniter creation and its inner workings, per the Crown Theocracy's direction. It also sells civilian-grade igniters wholesale to the Lycion Magic Association Grand Trad. And Joanna's true self. The Lady of Martiera and true criminal behind the series of kidnappings that rocked the town. She went mad with resentment after the old traditions dictated her child be put to death, but her wits returned after hearing from Heisme, who also lost his child for senseless reasons. She offered to be the head brought to the exhibition in place of Heisme, who would be cleared of his false accusations. The group trusted her to come to the exhibition on her own, which she did to her credit. And yeah, Rella Cygnus, a young Ishka woman and magic healer affiliated with the Crown Theocracy. Her mastery of healing magic is beyond her years, many calling her the best in the kingdom. She was even brought before the king to heal the prince despite being no more than 12 years old. And yeah, she's definitely not one for. She's definitely more of a wallflower, to be generous. Healing magic requires delicacy, making it difficult to wield through magic igniters. Thus, magic healers often move in wealthy circles throughout the kingdom. Despite her great abilities, Rella has long served as a healer for the common people in the capital. Her devotion to the public without regard for wealth or fame has led many to respect her, and she's often referred to with the title Saint. And Rella. Yeah, apparently, Juna called her sister. So, what were they? Like adopted siblings or something like that? And yeah, let's see, Julian Castillon, an Ishka candidate participating in the tournament. The second son of a noble family and child prodigy who was the youngest to ever gain a seat in the former Mage Academy. However, right as he made his breakthrough as the author of the innovative ideological book, The Magic of the Future of Magic, and rose to fame, he expanded his platform as an animal rights advocate. His Gauntlet Runner, Arc to the Future 3.0, uses no animal-derived parts, but it lacks power. Great, so he's basically a hippie. Great. Let's see. Juna. Yeah, I'm guessing that they were adopted.
Well met, eh?
I saw your performance at the exhibition. Blimey, you're something else. The tavern folk just couldn't stop blathering on about you bringing a sanctuarist as your mark. Framing a you cheap for the crime sure is nasty. Not so unusual, though, probably. Hey, have you heard the songstress Juna sang before? People would love to talk about their looks, but they're missing the real appeal. Just listen to her. You'll understand. She sings it's like charging into battle. Can't imagine what a kind of life letter to sing the way she does. Imagine you or none of you or I could imagine. No, sir. And yeah, must have been rougher to end up with Louise, and her sister to become the saint for the saint for the Sanctus Church. Imagine there's some tension there.
Now, where was I?
Hello. Oh, you'll come again, won't you?
What now?
When it comes to rainstorms, no city can compete with Briarhaven. I'm drenched to my core. That's Briarhaven's pride, it is. Well, they definitely ain't afraid. Well, I mean, hey, for a naval town, yeah, being afraid of a little rain is kind of silly, don't you think?
Very nice.
I thought they were gross at first, but pan them at the eye, and these seafood dishes are superb. I'm broke, so I plan to quit drinking for a while. That siren song of sweet ale, man. Ew. Ooh, eels.
I love it.
Hey, listen.
Come again anytime.
Here, looking for some intel. Sorry, but no, no. Oh, well, there's not for sale at the moment. Come back another time. How interesting. A tavern where you catch your own fish. Though I have to say, your last catch wasn't particularly impressive. Oh, I mean, hey, it's impressive from the point of view.
Hey, mister.
Mum, when's supper? I'm hungry. Is it ready yet? Is it? Is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? Hush now, child. If you don't be quiet, a goblin will come along and gobble you up.
Yeah, don't want to get goblinated out, do ya?
It's all exhibition all the time with this lot. Town has been chock full of irritating blokes lately. Found out the first thing about currency. And that candidate Loveless. So impudent.
Hey, listen.
I'm surprised he isn't face first at the table here.
Huh?
Young lad, is there something you need besides food? What's the signature dish here? That's the easy one. Fish. In Brawlhaven, we find the most creative ways to eat them. We boil them, fry them, and even eat them raw. Doesn't hurt me none when they go great with ale and spirits. That said, some travelers get a little too brave. They tend to overeat off and make themselves sick. Not like that red-haired companion of yours shoveling them down a gullet. I'd keep an eye on her if I were you.
Huh?
Ooh. Alright, so tell me about the city. Brawlhaven? Let's see here. That's a tough one because I could talk your ear off about the place. Oh, maybe you heard it referred to as the City of Commerce. There's also a holiday called Forgiveness Day where all the stores offer discounts. The tradition originated here in Brawlhaven, don't you know? Something about tax collection during a bad rainy season, I forget the details. All that aside, the city provides many forms of entertainment, whether that be gambling or the Colosseum. I know you candidates are just visiting, so I say take in the city while you can.
Huh?
Where do the candidates come here often? Let's see. Yes, some well-known candidates and notable sponsors have started coming here. The town is always buzzing with talk of the next king. Ale and politics are rarely a good mix, and there's trouble sometimes. Oh yeah. But you know it's a big deal when even the drunkards are speaking up for the country. So in its own way, I think it's interesting. I'm sure you have your own share of burdens with it, but your best is all anyone could ask for.
Hey, listen.
I'm just...
Let's hurry.
Alright. Yeah, just gonna take a little stroll around town and then we'll head on over to this Night Prowler place.
You're not serious.
All right then.
Rain.
All right then.
Let's see the greatest catch.
Let's go.
Young man.
Got a deal on today. What?
Young man. Young man.
Proper aces.
How did I wind up here?
Are these candidates protected by that special magic everyone's on about? You know, the one that prevents anyone having a go at you? That sort of favoritism rubs me the wrong way. If the goal is to prevent falling, why not cast that magic over everyone in the country?
Why is this happening?
If that were the case, we'd be unable to execute criminals. Villains would do as they pleased. Choosing a king would be the last thing on our minds. Yeah, but if only the top candidates are protected, wouldn't they just systematically crush everyone with half a chance for the lower ranks? Not very sporting, eh?
And what would they gain from that? They're competing for the support of the people, not to be the last man standing. The majority of citizens in this country are lowly commoners. Using magic as a shield to crush the weak is cowardly and may even turn potential followers off. In essence, it's those of lower status who control the fates of those above them. This time the elite do not hold that power.
Then, ultimately, the purpose of the magic is to prevent fighting among the top candidates?
What's going on?
This way, the final decision is left to the will of the people, not which candidate emerges victorious in battle. Perhaps that was the intent all along.
I see. Even those pompous sanctus leaders must be jolly well feeling to eat then.
Look at that.
Now what am I to do? I wind up here.
Stop!
Hang on. What if... Isn't that... Let's see... Yep.
Now what am I to do?
All right.
Well met, eh?
The ring remains as unpleasant and oppressive as ever, and yet, for us pagans, it's days like this that bring us the most peace. One of it's rain in our homeland, too. Some people are just like the rain more. Aye.
One from the exhibition.
Heard what you did at the exhibition, kid. Not bad for a filthy elder. Keep it up for the next one. Hey, why don't you go on down here and get a good whiff of how filthy I am, eh?
Awful.
Can't say I like how he said it, but at least people are starting to cheer us on, I guess. Eh.
I guess it's over then.
Wonder if you could swim in that ocean. I can't, of course. My wings would get wet. I thought it was just for, yeah, no, it's just for flight control, right. Anyone could use an igniter, but when magla depletes, a soldier must fight with a weapon. Daily practice can separate life from death. Other soldiers training weapons with this in mind. These days, many of them shift off to battle before they even have time to train.
Welcome.
We're dealing with the exhibition cleanup right now. Contracts are on hold for a bit. Buddy, did you just see? Did you not see what happened at the exhibition?
All right then. You're not serious.
Choose elegance, choose beauty, choose Milo. The makeover our kingdom needs. I feel like people should judge others by what's on the inside more than what's on the outside, but that's never going to happen, is it? If he got this popular on his looks alone, I suppose that does make him a threat. And yeah, we only saw what Forden did. What's his face again? Let's see. Oh yeah, we only just saw what Glottal and Forden brought over. Well, I guess it must have been good enough to, for them to actually make it through the first through the exhibition. So, yeah, whatever.
You're not serious.
Greetings.
Well then.
Archetypal ring.
Can we talk?
And do you think it's got something to do with archetypes? Alright.
What now?
Let's see, archetypal ring. Let's see, increases archetype XP gained. Ooh! Oh yeah, definitely a good get.
Aha. Welcome.
Parched, in the rain.
What do you think?
All right then.
No. No.
Beg pardon?
We'll have a new lake here.
Dreadful.
My hands and feet are frozen solid.
I'll have no fury like a storm in Briarhaven. Surely the shopping can wait until it's past. Back up, Buttercup. We aren't here long. It'll take more than a little rain to keep me from new accessories. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, gonna call it a day here. And yeah, next time we're gonna get some more conversations around town. And then we'll head up for this,
Let's hurry.
oh yeah, Nightcrawler. And then we'll head for this Nightcrawler place. Meet up with Louise. So, till next time, folks. This is David on David's Brain. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.